Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to jump straight to today's tutorial and I'll be showing you how to draw your brows before doing your skin work. This is a spoolie I'll be using from BH Cosmetics, flat brush and also angle brush depending on whichever one you want to use. And this is the pencil I'll be using and concealer, 2 shades lighter and 2 shades darker. The first thing I'll be doing is steaming my brows and I'll be using this edge control. If you have any edge control, you can make use of it, or you can also make use of brow steamer. This helps to keep the hair of our brows in place. The next thing I'll be doing is setting my brows with setting powder. This is because I tend to secrete oil in this area and it helps to reduce oil secretion, and it also makes it very easy for me to fill or draw my brows. So I will advise you to also set your brows area with setting powder or pressed powder. The next thing we'll be doing now is outlining our brows. Our brows are divided into 3 parts. That's the beginning, the brow bone, and the tail, that's the end. When outlining your lower brows, you want to make sure you are following your exact brows shape. You don't want to go above or below what your brows shape is. Also, it is very important to take your time when you are outlining your brows. You do not want to rush this process. Moving into the upper part of our brows, when outlining the upper part, you don't want to start from the edge. You would want to start from the middle or that side away from the front. This is just to give it a natural finish. When outlining your upper brows, you do not necessarily have to follow your exact brows shape. You can, at this point, you can give it whatever shape you want your brows to look like, either arc or curve. Now that we've outlined our upper and lower brows, the next thing I'll be doing is filling my brows. I do not shade. I draw hair-like strokes, short ones. You don't want to shade, you want to draw short hairline stroke to give it a natural look. It is very important you know this, that when you are drawing your brows, you want to make sure your pencil is very sharp. This helps to give you precise and defined line. For the beginning part of our brows, we would light-handedly draw hair-like strokes. You don't want to be very harsh about this. You want to give your brows natural finish. Now that I'm done filling and outlining my brows, the next thing I'll be doing is brushing the hair again with my spoolie. Then I would go ahead to correct, so you can still correct whatever thing you need to adjust before going into concealing or highlighting your brows. When highlighting your brows, you want to make sure you're using at least 2 or 1 shade lighter than your actual skin tone, and we'll be highlighting our brow bone area, and you want to make sure you're very careful and you're very precise when you're doing this. Then once we're done highlighting, we'll go ahead to blend. You want to make sure you are tapping or dabbing this product in and you are not dragging. The next thing I'll be doing is highlighting or concealing the edges of my brows, and I prefer to use my foundation instead of concealer. I prefer to use my foundation because my foundation is my exact skin tone. This is because it makes it very easy for me to blend in this product and it gives it a natural finish. I'm using my flat brush to conceal my brows, so you can either use your flat brush or you can use an angle brush depending on what works for you. While I was concealing and blending, I had cleaned the tail of my brows. I want to make sure I have a very sharp or tiny brows end, so I went ahead to fill in again. So it's okay to make mistake and it's very easy to correct it. For the upper part, I would also be using foundation to conceal the upper part because it makes it very easy to blend in the product. Once I apply foundation on my face, it blends in a lot better than using concealer. So as usual, you want to make sure you are careful and you're very precise. You do not need to rush. I'll repeat the same thing for the other brows. I'm concealing, highlighting my brow bone area, and I'm blending with my blending brush. If you've watched this video to this point and you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and join this family. Thank you. I'm sure you've had this so many times. Your brows cannot look exactly alike, but there has to be similarities. Your brows cannot be twins, but they can be sisters. You also want to make sure that you blend the upper parts once you've applied concealer or foundation. The next thing I'll be doing is applying concealer again to my brow bone area. I love to make sure that that side is well highlighted. Then once I'm done doing that, I'll blend it out. After blending these areas, the next thing I'll be doing is setting my brows area with setting powder. Always remember, it is very important to set areas you've applied cream product on. For my brow bone area, I'll be using a very light shade powder. Then for every other part, I'll be using my normal skin tone powder to set this area. For the upper part of the brows, if you are doing a full face, you can go straight to your foundation. If not, you can set it, then apply powder on your face. This is the finished look for my brows. Let me know in the comment section if you'll be recreating this at home and your experience. It is very important to know that consistent practice makes perfection. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.